and it's one of my favorite indie games of all time. It's a beautiful little game. It's Thomas Was Alone, and it's kind of difficult to summarize, so let's just jump into it. The program was a failure, people forget this, it was a massive flop, the coders. There's a lot of narration in this game, so there'll be a long time where I'm not talking.
Was alone. Wow. A weird first thought to have.
So the basic premise is you control these rectangles and everything. The narration gives them personalities and there's a narrative and everything.
Thomas decided to start listing his observations for posterity. 1. The whole alone thing. 2. Portals. They led somewhere. He'd yet to work out where. 3. Falling. Thomas was absolutely fantastic at falling. He was almost as good at falling as he was at observing. Okay, interesting. Thomas couldn't fall past this block. Think, damn it, think. What if there was some kind of inverted fall? Some way to... what's the word? Jump. It worked! Thomas had solved the great inverted fall mystery.
Although the platforming gets a lot harder as it goes on.
A big jump. But Thomas noted there was no real danger in missing it. The world didn't want him to fail here. It was pushing him, but gently. This all seemed a little dangerous. The world was not to be trusted. It was unstable, and it seemed to Thomas that it could let him down at any moment. He was starting to suspect...
Oh no. I missed that bit of narration, oh well.
Thomas wondered whether the portals were actually taking him anywhere. He felt like he was making progress, but there wasn't really any way to know. He seemed to be moving predominantly up and to the right, which might, or might not, be important. It might have been paranoia again, but Thomas could have sworn the world was becoming more complicated. It always seemed to be one step ahead of his skills. It had been designed just for him. He wondered why. Was the world testing him? No, too obvious. Something about the boiling, toxic, glowing water intimidated Thomas. He didn't like it. He certainly didn't want to swim in it. He made another mental note. 4. Water. Not good. To be avoided.
Good note. Jump. 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 The loneliness was getting to Thomas. No amount of observation or obsessive note-taking could combat that. But it's so impressive to me that just through simple narration you can give so much personality to rectangles. It's not this way. I'm a big fan of indie games. I love seeing how creative people can get when they maybe don't have the budget or the the workforce of the big studios. I love seeing what people can come up with.
Thomas had a new theory. The world was training him. He could feel himself getting smarter. There was the mental list to consider. Over the minutes and seconds since his spontaneous generation, he'd become a pretty skilled jumper. He was evolving. He just wished he had someone to share it with.
Oh no, okay. That was World 1, that was easy enough. Trust me, it gets so much harder.
Chris took an immediate and deep dislike to the skinny red rectangle. Who the hell did this Thomas think he was?
And you got to school between and use them to work together, because Chris can't jump as high as Thomas can. They got to work together. It's just such a unique idea.
Chris had been doing fine. He wasn't the highest jumper, but he'd held his own. He'd even been graceful at times. Well, not actually.
Get the checkpoint.
Not technically graceful. It's probably the wrong word, but you know, fine. There was that skinny little runt leaping about like he owned the place.
That's another thing I love about this game. The sound design is so good. Jump. I actually have the soundtrack on CD. It's genuinely so good. Chris, Thomas, jump up. Chris all the way down. There. Thomas. Jump. Alright, jump. Okay, now. Okay,
this was more like it. A glowy white thing. Only Chris could get to it, which of course made it all the more enticing. What would it do? What new opportunity might this switch open up to him?
Oh, look, you can't jump when someone's on top of you. Thomas up. Just a wall. Let's keep repeating it.
Great. Another chance for Thomas to jump slightly higher than Chris. How fortunate. Seriously, this made the whole switch pressing thing entirely worthwhile.
Thomas jumps up.
Was this good? Because on the surface, it did not seem good. Chris was pretty scared. Will Red seemed fine, happy to be on his merry little adventure. Chris couldn't shake the feeling that things had taken a significant turn for the worse since Thomas had joined him. I'm sure he'd been able to piggyback his way to ever so slightly higher platforms, but where had that got him? Well, to ever so slightly higher platforms, which was sort of his point.
jumps. Comes over here. Didn't think I was going to make that one actually, but
Chris stared at Thomas with pure hatred. He seemed so very happy at their situation. Friends together, a brave fellowship of quadrilaterals on a quest for greatness. That would be fine. But it was all the obvious observation that Thomas was doing which grated. Every time they saw something vaguely new, Chris would hear a satisfied little from the vaulting idiot. He hoped the next portal would split them up, if only for a few levels.
jump. 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 Didn't think I was going to make that. Checkpoint. There we go. Put it down. Oh shit. Jump. Oh, okay, cool. Jump. There. Make that one too. Nice. Oh, we got another friend.
John knew. He knew that this was his chance. A moment to shine. This was game day.
Okay. Let's get John in position. John can jump really high, so he's very useful. And then Thomas there. Yeah, we're back to Thomas. And then Chris. There we go.
This would not do. John needed room to show off his exceptional skills. As it was, he was trapped on the wrong side of these little dot things. Where did they come from, anyway?
Jump. Get John to his.
John inhaled the air of the open space, and it smelled of awesome.
Oh shit. Oh.
Time to flex those muscles.
Didn't think I was going to make that one.
Put his training to use. Time to show those little dots how it was done. John decided to press the switch to let the little dots catch up with him. John cared for his new allies.
Yeah, John's a good guy.
You could tell from the sympathetic expression he'd practiced in the mirror all these years.
Chris could take a lesson from John. Be a bit more accepting. There, and Thomas. Thomas. three of them down here. And drop. And you make that one, yep. You can't make that one, so we need Thomas. Back to Chris. Oh, no. Okay, you take that one. Thomas. We need John back. So Thomas can get over it. Thomas in position. Big John. And little Chris, and that's us. And 1-9. So we need John for this one. For Chris.
John was happy to keep helping. He felt it was important to his image that he was seen to help the little guys.
Good guy, John. Thomas and then Chris. We'll make the steps for Chris to get up. And then Thomas, nope. Chris can get up, and then Thomas again, and Chris, and Thomas, Chris again, and we'll get John up, and over there, Chris, ooh. Glitched it there for a second. Thomas can jump up and then get Big John up. And then Thomas. And then Thomas again. We need Chris to get up there before we send the other ones up. Jump! Nope, okay, so we need John up here as well. Nope, jump! Just made that one.
He didn't mind them so much either.
Oh no.
The red one, Thomas, had a charming way of applauding every time John jumped.
Chris back up there. Jump. And wait, and then jump. And then jump. Okay, and then we get Thomas. Oh no, press over. Okay. Oh, John will just have to wait a minute. Thomas up. And then John up. Jump. So everyone's up here. And then we Chris. And we Bill. And then we Thomas there. And then go back to Chris.
The angry orange one was less immediately likeable, but his unremitting cynicism and tutting amused John.
Jump. And up. And back to Thomas. John again. Okay, so we need to get Thomas up here. So we need to get John back down there. Thomas, up. John. Chris will in. John. And there we go. No, that's not gonna work. So we're gonna get there. No. John up. And Thomas there. Is that gonna work? Don't think so. No, wait, hang on. And then you go Chris there, and then John down there, maybe? Yeah, and then Chris up. I will admit I'm not great at puzzle solving. So platforming can be a bit tricky sometimes. World 110.
This was interesting. A floating target. This would require coordination, balance, and timing.
Okay, so Thomas
John
has
was
to be...
sure the dots would be lost, but he was happy to guide them to triumph.
Thomas would have to be the last one. He's got the floating one. No, what are you doing? What are you doing, Chris? You go back there, so go back to John. Teamwork, making the dream work. Chris jumps up, Chris jumps over.
Maybe that's what the dots were for. They were there to extend John's reach, to make his performance even more impressive. John liked the thought. He decided to keep them.
Good for John. And then jump. There we go. World 1. The initial group forms, simple variations in size and strength. More complex configurations were inevitable. As the era spread, these variations became increasingly extreme.
This was how Claire would die. She knew it would happen eventually. She was rubbish at jumping, and she moved slowly. She felt a little like her continued existence was breaking some kind of natural order.
Poor
The
Claire.
crumbling pillar was a dramatic death, she supposed. Wait, what? Claire couldn't shake the feeling that she was not, in fact, dead. It was at that moment that Claire realised she had superpowers. She'd need a cape. There was no getting around that. You couldn't be a superhero without a cape. Claire didn't want confusion.
Claire,
If you
Big
saw a
John.
cape, that made matters clear. You knew what you were dealing with. Claire was all about communication. And,
Oh
you
no.
know, floating in water, which was
Sorry,
her
John.
superpower.
First death. Probably won't be the last. If I'm honest. Point immediately proven. Okay. Precision platforming, again, is not my strength. John's over there. Edge, there we go. 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 Oh. Oh! Why'd you do that, John? Okay, Claire can't jump that high, so we'll... There we go. And then just slide over. Right there. Gotta do this bit again. Oh, come on. It's the slightest movement of the joystick just sends him. You've literally just got to edge it. Sends him flying if you push it in too much. Oh! Oh, come on. He slides as well, so... Come on, John. I believe in you. I still believe in you, John. Come on. This isn't even the hard bit, John. It gets a lot harder than this. There we go. Good boy, John.
All right. Fear not, my skinny friends, for I am Claire, and I will save you.
Claire to the rescue.
Claire needed to come up with a superhero name as soon as possible. Claire was rubbish.
Can't jump when you've got people on you. We established earlier. Off you go, Chris. There's John. And then Claire goes to her side. Jump!
Claire arrived just
Okay.
in time,
So,
which was, of course, the perfect moment for superheroes to arrive.
that's rising, so I've got to use Claire and then Thomas to do that, and then Thomas back on Claire. Get Claire over this side. Oh, that could have been very
As the
bad
water
for Thomas. I
began
don't
to
know why I did
rise,
that.
Claire vowed to save this little rectangle in as many restarts as it took.
It's going to take a lot of restarts, let me tell you. That black square is a collectible. I probably won't be going for them in this run.
Was she more the lone Avenger type? She liked that. The sole hero in a world of rectangles and conveniently placed pools of toxic water.
There's that square, and then Thomas. Where are they? So we've got to get John in here, get Claire up, and then again. Oh, hang on, we need Chris up there as well. And then John. Next.
The others told Claire that staircases were a bit of a fixture here. Claire wondered why the world made it so difficult.
It'll be too easy. Can't make it too easy. Clear. Don't know why I did that. No. Okay. That's badly timed. And go. First checkpoint, so Chris goes there to stay. We'll get John down as well. Okay, so Claire has to go in the water. And then we get John on Claire, and then sail across. Go, Chris. Go back to your slot. There we go, Claire goes there. Chris. And then, there we go.
Claire probably needed a nemesis, a villain who would show their true colours at the worst possible moment, hurting all she held dear. Chris was the most obvious choice. He seemed stroppy enough, and his jump was so pathetic that it conveniently avoided Claire's insecurities.
Poor Chris.
Yes, Chris. Diabolical Chris. The fiendish Christopher.
Drop. There we go. Okay, so everyone pile on to Claire. Fiendish Chris. And Big John. And sail away. This. Nobody joined for that one. John, Chris, even. Chris. So John, get off Chris. Let's jump on John. There we go. Thomas goes up there. Claire goes back to her spot.
Wait. Where had Chris gone? Was he off somewhere? Plotting Claire's downfall? Claire was honest. Yeah, she had to be because she was a superhero. This was a troubling turn of events.
Oh, come on, John.
Still, there were reasonably sized bodies of water to cross.
John. That's the thing, he jumps too far, and then he just completely misses it. Thomas, and then Big John, goes Claire, John again, Thomas again, Claire again. Oh wait, Claire, John goes that side, and then Thomas goes that side. Claire drops down. Slight OCD, and do have to get them within the lines. Like when you used to get the sticker albums, had to be exactly in the lines or take off and start again. Which is slightly annoying because he's shorter than the lines. So that's slightly irritating for a mildly OCD person. Starting to get fancy now.
Moving platforms over water, eh? Claire's newly heightened senses told her that there were multiple paths across with various possible configurations of the little posse.
Okay, just got killed by the platform. Jump. Okay, wait for it to go over there. Thomas, wait there. Big John. Go. Go. Then we get Claire. There we go. Okay, then drop in. Oh, that's so close to.
They were doing really well. Claire hoped she could get them all across. John was fully aware he could do this alone. Thomas hoped he'd never have to.
Claire, Thomas, wait for the platform. And go. Ah, you turd. Okay. Go back. Right. Go for that one. There we go. That's it. And then save the job. And then Claire, she can swim. Again, it's slightly smaller than the line, but annoying. Thomas. Spikes. The rectangle's natural enemy.
Claire was alone, which was odd, because she wasn't meant to be alone.
Yeah.
She needed to be where there were rectangles to save.
Super
Being
Claire.
the only
Jump!
superhero in a given space kind of defeats the object. Spikes?
Okay.
It was new. Claire avoided them. She decided they were most likely her kryptonite. Not the rubbish red kryptonite either, the proper radioactive green stuff.
I don't even know what red kryptonite is. No, that was way too early. I don't even know what red kryptonite is. Jump! There we go. And wait look below you. And roll through it. And right down the middle. There we go. Basically the same, but we've got Thomas along now. One of these days I'm going to end up dunking Thomas.
Wow.
Oh, come on Thomas. Jump!
The world was repeating. And this time Thomas was here. Claire felt something had gone wrong. There was a disturbance in the Force. Something had altered the Matrix. The world was reacting to their progress. It was amassing its forces. It was plotting against them. Claire finally had a nemesis.
I don't think I touched that spike, but okay. It's going faster now. There we go. And then... Oh, now this isn't going to work. Get Claire down here. We'll put Thomas there just now. And up. Claire, you're gonna have to come back for him. And then over. Thomas, watch those spikes, and then just drop straight down the middle. Checkpoint, save again. Oh, they'd get in the lines. It's not like majorly OCD, but it just annoys me. I built projections into the system. When overlaps occur, the world generates a splitter to remove the unwanted additionals. It's like a white blood cell. It investigates, it captures, and it removes from play. So the core story is basically AIs become sentient. We're back with Chris. Okay. AIs become sentient and it's exploring its own existence.
Laura was pleased this one was behind a wall. Maybe he'd never know what she could do. Maybe they could just have a conversation. Hang out. As long as he didn't find out what she could do. Which would never happen so long as they stayed separate.
Come on, Chris. Let's go beat Laura. What was that?
Laura didn't have time to worry about the ominous pixel cloud. It had been following her for some time, and it had kept itself to itself until now. More important was the little orange thing, which was looking at her in a way that she kind of, well, liked.
That's what Laura can do. She's a launch pad. That cloud again.
As the square, who had shyly introduced himself as Chris, bounced atop Laura, she began to worry that he was just using her like all the others had. They'd all bounced too, and then they disappeared when her back was turned.
Okay, Laura's jumping. It's... Oh, okay, Chris. I didn't see the switch there. There we go. Laura's jumping is even worse than Chris's. Jeep.
Only the ominous pixel cloud ever remained, looking a little bigger and a little less hungry with every disappearing friend.
I wonder why. Okay, so Laura goes here. Match it up as best you can. Dig. Chris, jump. There we go.
With every bounce, Laura found herself less and less irritated by Chris. She started to miss him when he wasn't there, on another platform or something.
Okay, so I've got to go up here. So use it as like a launch board. No, okay. Oh, okay. Cool. And then Laura goes there, and Chris jumps up. Get the switch. What does that do? So Laura goes this way.
She'd wonder what he was up to. Was he missing her? He wasn't saying very much.
Okay, so Chris goes up this way. It would really help if you jumped there, Chris. No, okay. Oh! Balls. Okay, so Laura's got to come back down. Bloody Chris. No. There, boink. Laura. Chris goes there. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's it, okay. Great, we got Laura here. Maybe jump. Come on, Chris. Jump. Come on, Chris. Maybe jump. Okay, no, okay, and then Laura, there we go. That's it. Yep. And then match them up. And then Laura goes there. More precision platforming with a bounce pad.
Chris was in
Not
love.
ideal.
She was perfect. He had to tell her so. At some point, he would definitely tell her. Probably best to wait for a moment the large, ominous pixel cloud wasn't about, though. Yeah, probably best to wait.
Yeah, pick your moments, Chris. Oh, that's so long. Alright, Chris. Here we go. Just to get a checkpoint. It might actually be easier because Chris can't jump that high. If it was John, he'd be overshooting it like Grendel. There we go. Oh, come on, Chris. It was the last one. Oh, okay. Stuck in a Edge of Tomorrow live, die, repeat loop. Okay, there we go. Jump. Take your time, Chris. But also make the jump. There we go. And bounce in. 3, 6. Okay, so get John to there.
Chris was massively disappointed to run into the gang again. He'd enjoyed the alone time with his new girlfriend.
Okay, Thomas, you can get this one. There's that cloud again. Drop down again. Chris goes in there. Did you get that one?
Was it too early to refer to Laura as his girlfriend? Only if I say it out loud, he told himself. He didn't want to scare her off.
Okay, we'll go for John. Make the big jump. Jump! And again. Nailed it. Let's take the walk up. Okay, so Laura's in position. Perfectly. Chris, take the spot. Nope, let's move Laura. Thomas. There we go.
The others seemed suspicious of Laura and the eager-looking pixel cloud of death which seemed to be watching her. Sure, they'd use her inherent bounciness to reach slightly higher jump points, but they wouldn't strike up a conversation with her. Chris found them rude. Rude? And always there.
Jump. Nope, missed it. Nope. Nope. Laura again. Nope, missed it entirely. There we go. There we go. I'm going to need a bit of help on that with Laura. Chris can go along there. Park yourself. Laura shoots along. Nope, that's not going to work. We need John Boy. What the? Okay. John goes there, and then Laura jumps up, and then John. There we go. And then John. Go back to his spot. Is that cloud again? Ominous. Okay. That's gonna go up.
The others wouldn't drop it. Who's that cloud guy? Why is he following us? What's that rumbling hungry sound he keeps making? Chris, can we just leave Laura behind?
Should be able to make that Chris jump. That jump Chris. Okay, so we'll go for Laura next. Just pop across. No, that was. Yeah, go away, John. We'll pick you up in a minute. Jump. Jump. There we go, and then we'll get Thomas. Probably get John and Thomas on the same one. Nope. John. There we go. And then back to Thomas. And then back to Thomas. Back to John. See, John, you're always overshooting. Nope. And Thomas, and then John.
Rude.
There we go. Okay, Chris, you go there, and then jump up. And then you dip. We'll go for, no. Okay, so Laura's got to go on Thomas, and then, no. I think we may need Chris here. Yeah, we need Chris here, so we'll get him back. Chris, nope. Laura, there we go. Okay, don't know. Oh, come on. got glitched out. Okay, jump up. There we go. Then jump. Perfect. Then we need Chris to go on John. Jump. Okay, so... And then Thomas. Jump. Okay, some of it is... Okay. Okay, John. You're gonna have to jump there. Fuck, I forgot her name. Claire.
Laura liked her new gang. She liked Chris. She liked having friends. These ones seem to be sticking around too. Not like those losers from before.
Oh, what happened there? Oh god. Oh, it's a massacre. That was about as badly as that could have went. Okay, so back on there.
Liked Chris. She liked having friends. These ones seem to be sticking around too. Not like those losers from before.
Okay, and... Yep, and then you run. There we go. John. Nope, that didn't work. Okay, so John, go over there. And then get Laura off of there, because we need to get her on the bottom. Oh, then John goes up there, so hit that. Okay, nope. Ah, Laura. You killed us all, Laura. I've got to start again. Okay, so... Where's Thomas? Hit the button. Okay, Thomas, it would be really good if you didn't drown, because you just killed Chris as well. Okay, so... Let's try it again. Thomas, hit the button. Get back on Claire. Just switch to Claire and move across, and then switch to Chris. Jump up.
Laura liked her new gang. She liked Chris. She liked having friends. These ones seem to be sticking around too.